Look, I need to be completely honest with you right now because what's happening in the freelance world is something that nobody's really talking about openly, but it's already changing everything. There's this shift happening, and if you're a freelancer, or if you're someone who hires freelancers, you need to understand what's going on, because the ground is literally moving beneath our feet. I've been watching this develop for months now, talking to people on both sides of this equation, and what I'm seeing is both fascinating and terrifying depending on where you sit. There are AI tools out there right now that are genuinely replacing freelancers in certain categories of work, and it's not some future scenario we need to worry about in 5 years. It's happening today, and the scale of it is honestly shocking when you dig into the numbers. So let me paint you a picture of what this actually looks like in practice. Imagine you're a business owner and you need a logo designed. A year ago, you would have gone to Upwork or Fiverr, posted a job, waited for proposals, reviewed portfolios, picked someone, gone through multiple rounds of revisions, and probably spent anywhere from $100 to several $1,000 depending on the complexity. The whole process might take a week or two. Now, you can go to an AI tool, type in exactly what you want, get dozens of variations in seconds, tweak them in real time with simple text commands, and walk away with a professional-looking logo for maybe $20 a month on a subscription. Same thing with writing. Companies that used to hire freelance writers for blog posts, social media content, product descriptions, or even technical documentation are now using AI tools that can generate this content in minutes rather than days. But here's where it gets really interesting, and this is the part that I think a lot of people are missing in this conversation. It's not just about the AI replacing the freelancer directly, it's about how it's changing the entire economics of the market. When a business owner can get something that's 80% as good for 5% of the cost and 10% of the time, the math just changes. They don't need it to be perfect. They need it to be good enough, fast, and cheap. And AI is nailing that sweet spot in more and more categories of work. I was talking to a marketing agency owner last week, and she told me something that really stuck with me. She said they used to have a roster of about 15 freelance writers they'd work with regularly. Now they're down to 3, and those 3 are doing different work than they used to. They're not writing the first drafts anymore. They're editing AI-generated content, adding the human touch, fact-checking, and making sure the brand voice is consistent. The nature of the job has fundamentally changed. She's not proud of this, by the way. She actually felt kind of guilty telling me about it, because she knows those 12 other writers she's not working with anymore are probably struggling to find work. But from a business perspective, she can't ignore the reality that she's getting the same output with a fraction of the cost. And this is happening across so many different types of freelance work. Graphic design, copywriting, basic video editing, data entry, transcription, translation, simple coding tasks, customer service responses, social media management, voiceovers, even some aspects of accounting and bookkeeping. These AI tools are getting scary good at tasks that used to be solidly in the domain of skilled freelancers. Now, before everyone panics, I want to be really clear about something. This isn't a simple story of AI bad, humans good, or AI is taking all the jobs and we're doomed. The reality is way more nuanced than that, and there are actually some really interesting opportunities emerging from this shift if you know how to position yourself. But we can't have that conversation if we're not honest about what's actually happening first. The freelancers who are getting hit hardest right now are the ones doing commodity work. If your value proposition is that you can do something faster or cheaper than the next person, you're in trouble because AI can do it even faster and even cheaper. If you're a freelance writer and your pitch is basically, "I'll write a blog post for you for $50. There's an AI tool that can write something comparable for essentially free." If you're a graphic designer and your specialty is making quick social media graphics or simple flyers, there are AI tools that can pump those out in seconds. The lower the barrier to entry for your skill, the more vulnerable you are to this wave of AI automation. But here's what's fascinating. The top-tier freelancers, the ones who are really good at what they do, are actually seeing their value increase. Because while AI can generate content, it can't yet fully replace strategic thinking, deep expertise, creative problem-solving, or understanding nuance and context. A business might use AI to generate a first draft, but they still need a skilled professional to turn that into something exceptional. They might use AI to create variations of designs, but they need a real designer to know which one actually works for their specific audience and why. What's happening is this stratification of the market. The middle is getting hollowed out. If you're an average freelancer doing average work for average prices, that's the danger zone. But if you can position yourself as either the budget option or the premium expert option, there's still a place for you. And ironically, AI tools are actually making it easier for solo freelancers to compete at the premium level because they can use these tools to handle the grunt work and focus their human creativity and expertise on the high-value parts of the project. I know a freelance content strategist who's completely rebuilt her business model around this. She uses AI to do the initial research, generate content outlines, even create first drafts of articles. But what she's selling to her clients isn't the writing itself anymore. She's selling strategy, brand voice development, content that actually converts, deep audience understanding, and the ability to take a piece of AI-generated content and transform it into something that actually resonates with real humans. Her rates have actually gone up because she can deliver more value in less time, and clients are willing to pay for the strategic layer that AI can't provide. The companies that are building these AI tools are being pretty strategic about how they're positioning them too. They're not saying, replace your freelancers with AI, even though that's effectively what's happening. They're marketing it as productivity tools, as ways to enhance your team's capabilities, as solutions for businesses that can't afford to hire professionals. And from their perspective, they're actually democratizing access to capabilities that used to require hiring experts. A small startup that couldn't afford a graphic designer can now create professional-looking marketing materials. A solo entrepreneur who couldn't pay for a copywriter can generate decent sales copy. In that sense, there's something genuinely valuable happening here. But we can't ignore the human cost. There are people whose entire careers were built around skills that are now being automated. I've seen Reddit threads and Twitter discussions from freelancers who are watching their income drop month over month as clients either stop hiring them or drastically reduce how much work they're giving them. These aren't lazy people or bad at what they do. They're often skilled professionals who are just caught in the wrong place at the wrong time as the market shifts beneath them. The thing that really concerns me is the speed of this change. Previous waves of automation happened gradually enough that people could adapt, retrain, find new niches. This is happening so fast that a lot of freelancers are getting caught flat-footed. A skill that was valuable and in demand 2 years ago might be almost worthless today. That's a brutal adjustment to have to make, especially if you've spent years building expertise in that area. There's also this psychological element that I think is underappreciated. For a lot of freelancers, especially creatives, there's a real identity crisis happening. If you've defined yourself as a writer, or a designer, or an artist, and now you're being told that a machine can do what you do, that's not just an economic threat, that's an existential one. It challenges your sense of who you are and what you bring to the world. I've talked to people who are genuinely struggling with depression and anxiety because they feel like their craft is being devalued, and they don't know what their place is anymore. At the same time, I'm seeing freelancers who are thriving by leaning into this change. They're learning to use these AI tools as collaborators rather than seeing them as competition. They're finding ways to augment their skills and deliver more value. They're focusing on the parts of their work that AI genuinely can't do well, like understanding client needs, asking the right questions, providing strategic guidance, and adding that layer of human judgment and creativity that makes the difference between something that's technically correct and something that's actually great. The client side of this equation is interesting too. A lot of businesses are discovering that AI isn't quite the magic solution they thought it would be. Yeah, it can generate content quickly and cheaply, but that content often lacks depth, originality, and the kind of authentic voice that actually connects with audiences. I've heard from multiple marketing professionals who tried to go all in on AI-generated content and then had to backtrack because they realized it was hurting their brand and their results. They're finding that the best approach is often a hybrid, using AI for efficiency, but keeping humans in the loop for quality and strategy. There's also a growing awareness of the limitations of these tools. AI is great at pattern matching and recombining existing information, but it struggles with true innovation, with understanding context deeply, with navigating ambiguity, and with making judgment calls that require real-world experience. A client might be able to get an AI to generate a website design, but they still need a human who understands user experience, who can think about how real people will interact with the site, who can make decisions about trade-offs and priorities. What I think is going to happen, and we're already starting to see this, is that the freelance market is going to bifurcate. On one end, you'll have AI-powered platforms that handle simple, standardized tasks at rock-bottom prices. On the other end, you'll have highly skilled professionals who command premium rates because they bring expertise, judgment, and capabilities that AI can't match. The middle market, the place where a lot of freelancers have made a comfortable living doing solid, competent work, that's what's in danger of disappearing. For freelancers trying to navigate this, the advice I keep hearing from the people who are successfully adapting is pretty consistent. First, get really good at using AI tools yourself. Don't resist them, learn them, understand what they can and can't do, so you can position yourself accordingly. Second, double down on the human skills that AI can't replicate: empathy, strategic thinking, creativity, relationship building, understanding context and nuance. Third, specialize deeply in something. Being a generalist is getting riskier. You want to be the expert in something specific where AI isn't going to catch up anytime soon. Fourth, focus on delivering outcomes rather than outputs. Don't sell blog posts, sell increased traffic and engagement. Don't sell logo designs, sell brand identity that connects with target audiences. The platforms themselves are evolving too. Upwork and Fiverr and these freelance marketplaces are starting to integrate AI tools directly into their platforms. They're not stupid. They see where this is going. They're trying to position themselves as the place where AI and human expertise come together, rather than being displaced by pure AI platforms. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. One thing that's not being talked about enough is the quality issue at scale. Right now, there's this honeymoon period where AI-generated content is novel and impressive. But as more and more businesses start using the same AI tools, the internet is getting flooded with similar-sounding content. There's this homogenization happening where everything starts to sound the same because it's all coming from the same underlying models. That's actually creating an opportunity for humans who can create genuinely original, distinctive work that stands out from the AI-generated noise. I think we're also going to see new types of freelance jobs emerge that don't exist yet. AI prompt engineering is already becoming a thing. People who are really good at knowing how to talk to these AI tools to get the best results are finding that's a valuable skill. AI content editors who specialize in taking AI-generated material and making it actually good are in demand. Freelancers who can help businesses figure out their AI strategy, what to automate and what to keep human, that's becoming a consulting niche. The ethical questions around all of this are complicated too. These AI models are trained on the work of millions of creators who never consented to their work being used this way and aren't being compensated for it. That's a legitimate grievance. At the same time, we can't uninvent this technology. It exists, it's powerful, and businesses are going to use it because the competitive pressure is too strong to ignore. What I keep coming back to is that this is ultimately about adaptation. The freelance world has always been about being able to pivot, to read market trends, to reinvent yourself when necessary. This is just the latest in a long series of disruptions that freelancers have had to navigate. It's bigger and faster than most, but the fundamental challenge is the same. How do you stay relevant when the market is changing? How do you deliver value that people are willing to pay for? The freelancers who are going to make it through this are the ones who can answer that question honestly for themselves and then act on it. That might mean developing new skills, changing what they offer, repositioning how they market themselves, or even pivoting to an entirely different type of work. It's not going to be easy, and not everyone is going to make it, and that's a real loss because we're talking about people's livelihoods and careers. But I also think there's room for optimism if we're smart about this. Human creativity, judgment, empathy, and strategic thinking aren't going away as valuable skills. They might be getting channeled in different ways, but they're still going to be needed. The businesses that figure out how to combine AI efficiency with human expertise are going to win. The freelancers who can position themselves as the human layer that makes AI actually useful are going to thrive. This is the reality we're living in now. AI tools are replacing freelancers in certain categories of work, and that trend is going to accelerate. But it's not a simple replacement story. It's a transformation of the entire freelance economy. And like any transformation, there are going to be winners and losers. The key is understanding what's happening clearly, so you can position yourself on the right side of that divide. That's what this is really about. Understanding the game that's actually being played so you can play it effectively rather than getting played by it.